I think that fork in the road, instead of going to a potential some form of civil war, let's say, I think it actually led to something that is going to end up being more unifying long term. I'm already seeing that happening just in the last couple of months as we record this podcast. By the time the podcast comes out, Trump would have taken office. As we record it, he hasn't just yet. And just the coalition that is building around him, both within and outside of the administration, and the way people are reacting to it, I just think we're in a totally different place to where we were. If you think of where we were 3 years ago, Luke, early 2021, horrible, horrible time. The whole like middle of the pandemic situation and all the division that came with that. If you think even further back, a couple of years before that, and it was just like, that 2016 period and the level of hostility in the media, the demonization of anybody remotely conservative or right-leaning or Trump voting. And now you're looking at things now and you've got, I don't know, everyone from, obviously Elon Musk has totally switched. But even, in the world of like all these tech people, Zuckerberg is, doing his reframing. Jeff Bezos has done a shift. You've had even like, these celebrities and some of these actors. It's just, the rhetoric has changed so much.
Yeah.
It's changed massively.
Yeah, Zuckerberg and Bezos, they're doing their little dance. Like, look at me, I'm mega. And I'm like, you son of a gun. I can't curse here probably, but you little pathetic wannabe son of a fair weather friend. I'll just say it like that. As the damage that they've done can't be quantified. Truly, the way that they hurt the discourse, the censorship that they installed, the levels of just destruction of civility that they have created literally brought us on the brink of a full all-out kind of civil war here, which was extremely dangerous, which I've been warning about for 15 plus years. I'm like, hey, there's a larger divide and conquer agenda out here. And, the point you made specifically with some people kind of, celebrating this assassination attempt. I looked it up. The assassination attempt was on July 13th. And then Joe Biden resigned July 21st of 2024. So just only a few days afterwards, he's like, I'm out. Or maybe it wasn't even him as that letter that he kind of released. Maybe someone else did it, as of course he now kind of regrets dropping out and says that he could have won against Trump. I don't think so. Yeah. With the momentum that shifted, you felt this kind of shift energetically, but some people were so far lost in the hatred that they were like, man, I wish that would have, they don't know what they're asking for. They're stuck in such negativity, in such bad thought loops, but why are they there? They're there because of Zuckerberg. They're there because of all these tech oligarchs that have created an algorithm that just kept feeding them. Right-wingers bad, right-wingers evil. These people are inhumane. These people are absolutely ruthless. These people are your number one enemy. It's all these white men that are evil on this world. And it's like, okay, now Zuckerberg doing his little shuck and jive dance here. Like, I'm like, you mother trucker, you have no. I know. You do not have any credence here. You do not have any respect here. There needs to be, if there's actual, if Mark Zuckerberg takes the money that he spent with Zuckerbucks to get Joe Biden elected, which he did, and he gives it to maybe right-wing causes or conservative causes or pro-life causes or alternative media causes, maybe then, maybe if he offers restitution, but even then, and I'm like, no, you have no idea what you brought us close to and how dangerous the world was because of your recklessness censorship that stopped people from being able to talk to each other and work out our differences. That's the best way to deal with a lot of this stuff is like, hey, this is my opinion, this is yours. Let's see which idea is better. Let the best idea win in a larger ideological battle. We were denied that for so long. And I'm still worried, especially with the latest kind of algorithm changes made by Musk recently, which I'm not the biggest fan of, that we could be very easily reverted to that, as social media is a form of mind control, in my opinion. And I think a lot of us have been brought to a very dangerous situation in 2024. I would say it de-escalated, but I think that threat is still there, especially now with artificial intelligence, especially now with the larger kind of technological advancements that we're seeing that are going to be major disruptors to our lives and to our livelihoods and to the larger kind of economic world order that we're living under.
It's so interesting what you say there, because The question that always springs up in my mind is I hear all of that, but I'm like, how much onus do we put on the individual, though? As people who believe in individual liberty and I assume free will and individual responsibility and accountability, it's like we all are subject to the same algorithms and propaganda and advertising and media campaigns and all that stuff, yet we are able to not allow that to manipulate us to hate our neighbor. And so sometimes I feel like putting all the blame, I almost feel like you're giving like Zuckerberg too much credit, right? It's like if you're such an NPC that you're going to just absorb all of this stuff and then that's going to cause you. I felt the same during the whole scamdemic era, right? If the TV can convince you to turn against your mother, your father, your brother, your son, your best friend of 15 years because they have a different viewpoint on you on masks or on mandates or on the shot or something, I'm like, that's on you, bro. Like if you're an adult, like we all got hit with the same garbage and we didn't all behave like that. So yeah, the propagandist, we saw this from the Nuremberg trials, right? The propagandist is also culpable, but sometimes I wonder if we're kind of like denying some agency and accountability there when we put all the blame on these big tech oligarchs.
Yeah.